Hey, Greg Surratt here, and you're watching a series that we're starting called Questions That Every Leader Should Ask. I want to encourage you if you're a leader. Over the next few weeks, we're going to be talking about the kind of questions that help us to lead with clarity, they help us to stay healthy, live well, and finish strong. And today's question is one I've had to ask myself more than once, and that's this: am I leading from rest or exhaustion? Now, most of us know, especially if you're a pastor, what it's like to run on fumes, right? You finish Sunday, you're drained, and before you can catch your breath, Monday's already here, and all the demands and all the things that you've got to do. And somewhere along the way, we start believing that tired is normal and busy is spiritual, but it's not. In fact, Jesus modeled something entirely different. In Mark 1:35, he says, very early in the morning, while it was still dark, Jesus got up and he went to a solitary place where he prayed. Think about that. Jesus had crowds waiting. He had, disciples who were knuckleheads like you and I, and they needed direction, people to heal, sermons to preach, and yet he stopped and he withdrew and he reconnected with the Father. See, he wasn't running on adrenaline. He was leading from alignment. Boy, I can remember several seasons in ministry when I was pushing way too hard. Good things are happening, but I'm worn out. I'd preach, I'd lead meetings, which I'm not particularly good at. I'd counsel people, which really I'm not all that good at, talk to folks, and then I'd just crash, and it wasn't sustainable. I can remember I sensed God saying to me, Greg, you can't keep giving what you don't have. And that hit me because I realized I'd been serving for God, but not spending a lot of time with God. So here's three simple questions to check your pace. Here they are. Number one, what's filling my tank right now? What is it that just fills me up? Might be time with God, might be reading a book, might be hanging with your spouse, could be, exercising, it could be, an activity, golf, fishing, whatever. But what's filling my tank? Honestly, what fills my tank right now? And then here's the second one. What's draining it? What's draining it? And then here's number three. Where in my week am I intentionally resting and not just collapsing? See, rest isn't laziness, it's faith. It's saying, God, I trust you to run things while I slow down. So this week, I challenge you, take a breath, step away, spend some time with God, not just to prepare a message, but maybe just to be with Him. And you'll find that the most spiritual thing you can do for your ministry might just be to rest. Maybe you need a guilt-free nap. Challenge you to do one more thing. Why don't you find a friend or two that you could go over those three questions with? It's great just to talk it out, just to be honest and talk about where you are right now and maybe some adjustments that need to be made in your schedule. And remember, it's about faith. Why is it about faith? Because it's recognizing that God's got this. And here's one more thing. I'm in your corner. Well, if these short videos are helpful, share them with a friend or like them, comment, subscribe. And until next Sunday, you have a blessed and happy weekend. And we'll see you next week.